Today I'm going to show you how to change lower control arm bushings in a 2001 to 2005 Honda Civic with non-OEM replacements, the energy suspension replacements. So much better. Aren't those pretty? Yeah. How they look. All rubber or whatever it is. These go on like a 4-link. I will show you the complete process. Okay, here's the reason why I'm replacing these. Just because, let's see if I can do this here. See, that ain't supposed to do that. Yeah, that makes the, let me show you, bag it up here. See, watch when I do that, and watch how the spindle moves. Get in there. See how it moves back and forth? That makes a horrible wandering experience on the freeway. Here's an overview of what you got to do. Alright, let's see if I can do this here. You got to take that bolt loose, or out, obviously. You got to take that one, get rid of it, and get it out of there. That looks like it's going to be a challenge to me. Then you have to point at the ground and get that one, the ball joint, loose. Focus. You get that one loose. You gotta take this one off. That's the stabilizer. Once you get all those loose, you pull it right out. This one is a difficult booger. You have to have an Allen wrench and a 14mm to loosen the stabilizer bar. Sorry for the wiggle on the camera there. This Allen wrench is 3/16 that I got. It's not 100% fit, but it holds it. And the wrench is a 14 here. The Allen wrench at the end is a 3/16, so I'm sure it's the metric version. That was the first thing I found that worked. And as for this bolt, there's not enough room to really get in there with anything but a wrench because the transmission's in the way. And I'm using a 19mm wrench, and the same goes for the vertical bushing. It's a 19 also. 3/4 will fit it too. So there you go. And here you have the control arm. Alright. There she is, all beautiful. And this is the reason why most of them get changed. Because that booger right there comes through. So I'm going to show the process of replacing that one and that one. And it's going to be a fun little project. Okay, so on the driver's side, you do not have a transmission in the way, so you can get to this bolt with a ratchet of some sort. You need some kind of cheater bar to break it loose so you can loosen it. This is my first time loosening it, so I'm going to need a cheater. Click. It's broke loose. Let's see how I can do it. Damn. Well, you don't get much to click with. Alright, there we go. It's loose. Okay, so the driver's side's different because you got more room to get to the lower on that bolt. I don't know yet for the rest of it. Should be pretty much the same. Small tip I discovered here. It would be best for you to jack up the whole car and put it on jack stands and have both wheels hanging, because when you take this loose, if one side's jacked up and one side's on the ground, this thing is going to be so under tension. So if they're both hanging equally, then this will not be a difficult thing to get off once you get the bolt off. So I would suggest hang them both. Get it all jacked up and wheels off the ground. And it just make life so much easier on that part. Got them both out. Both bushings look the same. See that? Ripped. I'm gonna tell you one thing. That driver's side one right there, it was a bitch. Not like that passenger side one where I just tapped it twice. That one I had to beat the hell out of. But it's out. So, time to do some replacing. Alright, I'm hoping I get to utilize this machine. But, there's two things you gotta do here. It's that lip right there. Everybody says that you have to bend this out of the way so you can get it flush so you can press it out. So, I see everybody using a hammer and a chisel and then cutting it off with a hacksaw. I have power tools for the hacksaw stuff. So, we'll be seeing. I don't think you got to do anything with that one but just push it out. But I got to see what in the world I can fit in there to make it push out. Okay, what I did is I took a beautiful skill saw. There she is. And I cut it here all the way through, not through the control arm, but you can see where I cut that side and this side. That's going to make it weak, hopefully. So I could just use a chisel that I got to find and knock it out of there. So here's what I'm trying to do. And since I cut that, I can bust it out of there, hopefully. It's not wanting to give. Ever. I ain't fell out of there yet. Looks like it could. How that thing could be so tough. It is moving though. Man, that hurts. Doing, right? There we go. Right. You don't want to come out of there, let me tell you. I have another idea. Here's what I did. Since I bent it up, these corners there, it fit on my press a lot better, so I could push it out. And so, it's out. See where I cut it there, and I cut it there. I guess I didn't cut it all the way through there. Oh well, gotta do it twice. Alright, you see how that lip is bent out of the way? Well, I'm not gonna do a hacksaw. I'm gonna do Mr. Angle Grinder. So, there she is. So, watch as I do it. The other side now. You hear it? And the other side. See how much quicker that is than a hacksaw? Let me tell you. Now all you gotta do is press it out. Hopefully it's that easy. Okay, so I didn't show what happened exactly, but it was a difficult task trying to figure out how to get that angle in there without, you know, being straight. With being straight. The only thing I could find was that much of a 4x4, a 1 3/4 inch socket, which the bushing can go inside of. Had it like this, had it like that. And I don't know how that would survive. I use this little piece in between. Give it just that little bit more. And I found that, what is this? A 1 1/4 socket fit just perfectly inside that sucker without catching. I mean, it's the best fit I have ever seen. So that pushed the bushing out after I finally figured out how to get this thing in there straight, so I could push it dead straight. And the thing is, that lip that you cut off, actually the bushing goes in that way into the lip. I actually had to push it out backwards, where the lip would actually have to go through, because it had to be this way. And I had to push it that way. This is the way it goes in. The OEM ones with the lip goes to this side, I guess. So I figured out a way. I cut enough off that it broke the lip on pass. So it's out. That's a bitch. Now I got to do it to the other one, and yeah, put the new ones in. I'll show that in a minute. See, the lip is on the outside. This is not touched yet. Just did one, and so now I got to do this. Cut this lip off, and then you got to push it that way out, because that's the only way you can get it in there straight. Because this is in the way. If you try to do it this way, well, in my case at least, all I do is hit that. So I figured out a way. Red. The lip breaks through. Push as far as it'll go. She stops. Try to do this all at once here. Okay, you're that far through. So hit it with a hammer. Winner! Alright. Second time's a lot more easy, I promise. Alright. They supply you with like 3 of these, or AutoZone did for me. And of course you take the metal deal out. Hit one of these angles here with a bunch of grease. Get it nice and sticky. Then you proceed to shove it right there. Okay, there's no way you're gonna get that lip through there, alright? No way. Without some kind of push, obviously. So I got these sitting here in an appropriate manner. Set that sucker right up on there. And then, where'd it go? There it is. You put this booger right on top. And here's, it kind of gets weird here. This thing. You jacking it in when it starts pushing. Kind of tilt it a little bit to get just a little lip in. When you start pushing, it'll pop down in there. See, I don't know if you can see that from where you are. But then you just hold down on it. It'll level itself out. Just go with it. And when the other lip will automatically pop through, it will do that. Then you got that. You see the lip is on both sides. Ain't no way you're gonna pull that out ever. Then you put that booger in. I guess you would grease it first, obviously. But yeah, so that's the installing the hard one. To install these, you need grease pad. Because you want it greasy, I guess. Run around the outside diameter of this thing, perimeter, whatever word that is. Well, this thing grease, I don't know what it is, but it's sticky. Shove it in there. Okay. And put the other one in. Alright, those are in. Then, I think I'm just going to grease this part this time. I'll grease this booger. Whew, shaky. Okay. Spread it on there. Golly, this stuff is weird. This may take a little bit. I think I'll use a press on this one. Alright, I didn't use a press. I used a vise. I just push it through. And that is what it looks like when you put new ones on. Yeah. So, boom, boom, boom. Yep. This is going to be a tight handling little car now. Alright, they are installed. All pretty as ever. So now I put them on that car. Yes. It looks weird sitting there without wheels on it. So the next process is reinstalling. If you want to make life easier, I'm going to tell you, the instructions simply say, put this bolt in first. Get it started, and you don't have to tighten it, because this will be impossible to get once you get that one in. That one, yeah. That, once you put that one in, you're at an angle. This has to be dead straight. Bitch. Here you go. So, put that in first. You got to jack this up, too. Jack the wheel. I mean, I got a piece of 2x4 here. You can see me. I got it down to a jack and pushing up on the tie rod. Only because if you push here, it's just going to pull the wheel out. So, I got it on something up high to get that in there, and then you got to figure out a way to get this one in there. That's going to be a tough sucker. Maybe. I have a bad angle that I'm sitting here. Yeah, I'll be back on this one. Alright, so I got that one in. It's not snug yet. And then that one. Finally got it to catch the thread, which is a booger. So I got that in. Now the hard part is getting, let's see, getting the ball joint, getting the ball joint into the control arm, considering it's so stiff, it's about impossible to turn down, so I gotta figure out a way to pry it down. So that's my next task. Alright, you are all done. You got that bolt in, that bolt in, this one, I don't know if it's focused on, and then that one. When you get all those done and tight, and you're good. I would suggest before you put it all together, don't put this on until last. Don't tighten that, because when your ball joint's connected and hanging equally with the other side where there's no weight whatsoever, it's just hanging, this will be in line to put both of those bolts in. If one of them's up and jacked sideways, then that's going to be a really difficult task. So put that in last, yeah. Then you're all done. Put the wheels on and go drive.